Hey, this is Mike. Thank you so much for choosing this video. Today I'm in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, visiting Sparks Toyota, and I'm checking out a highly customized, maybe even one in the world like it, a 2017 Toyota Tundra. Now this vehicle was built by Sparks Toyota for one of their customers, and the entire build was overseen by Michael Holmes, and he's going to show us in detail all the different things that he did to this truck. So let's go ahead and check it out.
Hey everyone, my name is Michael Holmes. I'm here at Sparks Toyota. I'm one of the sales and leasing representatives. Here I had a custom-built Toyota Tundra. It's a 2017 Toyota Tundra, brand new, customized for one of my clients. There's really nothing like it that's out there. There's very few of these vehicles that have been modified to this degree, and none of which have been done at a dealership before. This here, like I said, is a 2017 Toyota Tundra Crew Max two-wheel drive. It's been outfitted with a Magnuson supercharger. It has a Toyota TRD racing suspension. It has a special imported from Japan flare fender flare kit that makes the flares are actually 4 inches wider, which are much wider than anything that's available on the market right now. The wheels are 12 inches wide. It's running a 315 tire with a -44 offset to fill up and to actually be stanced correctly. Let's take a closer look here. These are they're known as honeydee fender flares. They're 4 inches width. Down here we have the fuel wheels, which are 20 inch by 12 inches wide with a -44 offset. Just to give you an idea of how much of a dish that's inside here, my hand's inside, and it's really pretty wild. It has a 315 tire on it. The tire is about 12 inches wide. 315s are more synonymous to be the width of like a Corvette tire. The suspension is a TRD racing suspension from Toyota. It lowered the vehicle 2 inches front and back. You can lower the vehicle even more, but my client wanted to make sure that it was something that was fully functional. You'll see also with this kit, it's actually a 5-piece kit. You have 4 fender flares, but down below, underneath the bumper, you also have a splitter, slower spoiler style, which accentuates the bumper itself. Even the bumper has been customized where it actually has been moved out 4 inches to match all the way around. So that way it's all pulled together and looks like it would be normal from factory, but we actually had to have custom mounts made that if you take the factory mount and the custom mount, they look like they're the same, but just one's a little bit longer. In the front here, we actually outfitted the vehicle with the 2018 lights that are on the Tundras. We wanted to kind of pull together both of those vehicles. By doing so, the 18s and 17s, with the 18 lights, but still having the TRD Pro grille, which you see here. Everything has been custom color matched down below here, as well as the grille and the bulge above, as well as color matching the letters to the factory paint. And then this vehicle also has the high quality 3M front bumper and grille protection kit, which will help against bugs, stone chips, rock chips. It's very difficult to even see it unless I actually point it out to somebody. Now, going into further detail with this truck, everything has been upgraded, not just a look or a wheel and tire package or a set of flares. As I mentioned before, this is a supercharged Tundra. It's a 5.7 liter. Normally aspirated, it is a 381 horsepower. It's been put up over 500 horsepower. Additionally, the rear differential has been upgraded, which I'll get to shortly. But the brakes have been upgraded. The factory brakes are a 4-piston caliper in the front, which they're huge. They're at least this large from the factory. We have the caliper covers over them just to kind of make it pop, but more importantly, the rotors and pads have been upgraded as well. Cross-drilled, slotted, and a high-performance brake pad as well. Going down along the side of the vehicle to complete the whole body kit look, we actually found a set of running boards that actually are designed exactly after what's on top of the bed, which makes it look perfect and factory. It runs the whole length and gives it kind of a ground effects look as well. As you can see, the whole truck has been debadged. In addition, color match the mirror caps, which has been customized. A lot of things have been touched on this truck, including the interior, which we'll get to shortly. As you go along the side of it, you'll notice with 4-inch fender flares, the gas door still has to be accessible. So this flare kit actually has a cutout so that you can get into the gas door, the filler door. Now, being supercharged, it does run 93 or above octane. It has a tune from Bully Dog and Magnuson. You can have it mounted inside. My client wanted to have more of a sleeper look to it, a little bit more of a subtle look on the interior. The upgrade we'll see in just a moment, but there's no gauges or pods or anything inside. It looks very factory, very clean, and that's what we really went after. On the back, we do have a special tonneau cover made by a company called Back. It actually rolls right inside of the bed, so you can slide it all the way back, rolls itself up. It has a special drain system inside, so you don't have to worry about any fluids or rusting or anything like that. It's very a sleek look. It's metal as well, which is very safe. We have a locking tailgate in the back as well. One question I get very often, I have clients that call me from all over the country, let alone outside the United States, and they always ask, what exhaust do I recommend? And if you've watched any of my other builds, you'll notice that I typically go with the TRD Racing exhaust. It's TRD exhaust, it's warranted through the factory, but it's really designed for vehicles that are lifted. So we had to take the rear section, and I didn't want to just throw out that rear section, so I wanted to reuse it because the tips look great. And where they exit, it was perfect. But the problem was, by lowering the vehicle, normally the exhaust exits below the rear leaf. With the suspension, it changes everything. So we had to have a customized where it actually runs in between the leaf and the body, but still retaining the capability to have a spare tire. So it came out perfect. It's tucked up, it's not hanging out, it's nice and subtle, and to be honest, it's a true dual exhaust. From the headers back, goes from the factory design, which is truly a header design and not a cast one solid piece manifold, the exhaust manifold. It comes down into the cats and then runs to the exhaust. The mufflers are fully independent. It's not one, it's actually two. It runs all the way back. So this is a true dual exhaust. It's not crazy loud, it's classy, but it definitely shows a presence when you're on the road, audibly as well as visually. Now the interior is a little bit different than what I'm used to. My client did not want to have leather seats because of the climate he was in. He felt it was just going to be too hot. So what I found was a neoprene seat company, seat cover company that custom made the interior, including the blue inserts to match the outside of the vehicle, and then to kind of pull it all together of the TRD Racing parts that we used on this vehicle, we had the headrest embroidered, custom embroidered here. Additionally, you'll notice that we did install his radar detector. By doing so, we ran it through the headliner to run the power wire down, which you see here. This way, you don't have to plug it in at the bottom here and run it up. Additionally, with that power cord from Escort, we have a remote location which mutes it. And you can change different things on the radar detector, making it much more subtle and out of the way and clean. Additionally, you may notice the window tint on this vehicle. It was done by Myrtle Beach Window Tinting, and they are a certified Formula One window tint installer. Formula One is the ceramic window tint. This way it reduces the heat on the inside, which is exactly what the client wanted, and still it's incredibly clear. They call it their HD film. So other things that we did for the performance end of this vehicle is we installed a replacement sway bar for the front underneath. It's not the normal Tundra sway bar, which is normally hollow. It's actually Sequoia sway bar, which makes it solid and more rigid, which then aids to performance driving. In the rear of the vehicle, you'll see that we installed a TRD Racing sway bar which is also solid and a lot more, it's beefy, and which you'll see. And then in the back of the vehicle, as I was speaking before, it has an Auburn upgraded rear differential. What that's for is getting the power to the ground. That increases the amount of horsepower and torque that you're able to get to the wheels and to the pavement. The increased difference is around 50 horsepower more power will be put to the ground. Magnuson has dynoed 511 horsepower with that upgraded rear differential. I'm Michael Holmes here at Sparks Toyota. Not only do we sell brand new cars and trucks, but we also customize dream vehicles like this. The number here is 843-236-2161. You can reach us on the web at sparkstoyota.com, and you can always call me directly and I'll help you build your dream vehicle. Thank you for watching.